Taco Bell using Jimmy Rogers songs to sell food. Must have relatives that need to pay extortion to live here. And then I went around looking for a thing called it looked like a turtle dove and called it love and just kidding around. Get love from here and love from there. It's cute, People with good hearts and well intended, they have a sweetness to them. Um, um, they're easy to be manipulated, and the brain activity affects us all, like me after 9/11, and then coming back to reality, going, wait a minute, you know. And but we all, if we're not manipulative people, can get verschnookered and hoodwinked, just a little bit, send my mind, baby, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a touch of love, just a touch of your love. Earl. But yeah, no, I'm not. I don't have a lick of vanity in me. I ain't never really did. It's fun to do things that are fun or cool. It's fun to do. I've always been a pretty good dancer since the time I was a little kid. Um, Amazing athlete. They had this video thing on YouTube. About old what's his name? Had Cristiano Ronaldo. Professionals tell you what it takes. Doesn't just take hard work to be a professional athlete. It's like there's not a professional athlete or a professional soldier on the planet that could do what I've done and what I'm doing. Okay, they lack the mental and emotional and physiological capacity to do what's necessary to correct quantum computing, to give us world peace through faithful communication, thoughts, words, and actions. So now it's just not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture, not gonna do it. Right. And so they just can't. And then I was sitting there after listening to those gentlemen talk the other night before going to bed. Neil deGrasse Tyson did propaganda thing about scientists. The legislative structure of genocide is run by bureaucrats that use legalese and language to as their eloquence escapes me, their logic ties me up and rapes me, right? But what do they use to administer the rape? Finish it, Flavisham. And you really think all scientists are like Flavisham? They're not like Barney Kripke? Okay. All scientists are like on a Disney movie. Oh, I just want to make little dolls for me girl. Daddy, where are you? Daddy, where are you? All scientists are like that. There's not scientists that are jealous of people that are more intelligent, more attractive, and more talented than them. And because I got a lot, and Amy had to feel that, oh, he can get a lot more attractive, better looking to have sex with. It. She's a total mess. She told me she was. She told me she was bipolar and all that. And when we got together, I played songs for her that were all romantic and sweet. She played, Beautiful People, Push, okay, you want to push me around, and I will, and sang them, and I'm like, okay. Well, here's... this one reminds me of my mom. Someday we'll meet again, my love. So here's the one that reminds me of you, and it was nailed it. Yeah. You ought to think that you think you belong to me. Name me what you want to do. I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. Keep on falling in and out of love with you. It wasn't that. It was just trying to... Didn't want to stay in the relationship most of the time. But I love kids, right? But no desire to stay in that relationship. But the state would not allow me to be free from her without abusing her for money for the kids. I was like, but she's not responsible. She can't. Okay, I don't want to incarcerate her. Stephanie would enjoy incarceration. Amy wouldn't. Stephanie would enjoy. Yeah, Stephanie would. She would. 3 squares. She'd find somebody to take care of her. She dated drug dealers, for crying out loud, guys. There's not much stone throws difference between dating drug dealers and being incarcerated. Okay, do you understand? And then me having to, you get all these people. He's like this, guys. My ex-wife lied to the courts, got custody of my son through lying, and dated drug dealers. Okay, and was dating drug dealers while we had to share custody because per the state of Arizona, right? She knew how the system worked. She knew what when the cops told her, if you do this again, you're going to lose all the custody of your son. So when she got into fights with her girlfriends, she'd call me. Okay. Yeah. How many people do you know? My best friend's a cop. Okay, but how many people are you, or do you know that well, why you, that's neglecting your son, letting her be a drug dealers and all that stuff. You sign contracts for people to have a virtual presence in your house to tell you what to do with money and give you the drugs to survive it. And you think I'm a bad parent because I'm trying to help my baby's parent be a better person because I love them and life's eternal and grace is infinite. I wasn't trying to be the all-seeing, all-knowing allspark. I was just trying to be the best person and I did a damn good job too. Trust me, Amy and Stephanie are hellified a lot better people than they were when I married them and was married to them. Okay? And that has nothing to do with the metaverse, with Amazon, Google, NASA. No, well, take that back. Sorry, Google guys, and metaverse people. I guess so, yeah. It does have a little to do with Meta and Googleverse because, in ancient times when you had a village, if you're going to be like Elijah, and Jeremiah, she fucked around on me, but I'm going to raise those kids as if they were my own seed because they're given life by the glory of God, right? Same thing Earl did online. Okay. And online, that's your public forum. That's where you get, even if nobody hears it or sees it, everybody knows this is CIA territory, TT, NASA territory, TTT. They know everything, right? And you get all these people. It's like, you trust these perverts with your intimacy and to protect your money, right? Guys, it's their stuff. It's their satellites. They can write on a piece of paper, we can't see anything you do. If you're a threat to them, they see everything you do. They manipulate everything to try to make you look unstable because you're a threat to their dominance and their rule. God damn, you guys are so fucking dumb. Mattress Kingdom. Everything here is so fucking cheap. It's like, what? It's not conspiracy theories, it's just 2 and 2 is 4. Yeah. God damn, people are stupid. Okay. If you elect to participate, money's real, and Jesus is the Norman Greengown friend in the sky, right? Then that's what it is, but it's not true. Okay. The Gospels have been redeemed by a man named Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. His Facebook channel is the 13th, 22nd, and me, to help people, give hope to people in the Middle East that are real Muslims that are being mass murdered through genocidal operations because of bad linguistics to religious understanding. I wanted to put it out there to help these people understand you can't say that. Like I do the people's store. Don't use God as a possessive pronoun or first person. Scientists will use that to kill people in your family. Get them to sign up for the military and think that they're God and pray to themselves. And the only time I ever hear people like celebrities and stuff is like Richard Branson gonna die in the sky, right? John McCain in a Hanoi Hilton, That's the only time I ever hear people in prayers. That's all. It's like Lisa Simpson with Bart. Prayer, the last refuge of a scoundrel, right? And otherwise, when they celebrate all their stuff, so I ain't there. And they celebrate in the Super Bowl. Thank you, God. I thank God I'm alive. It's like, I don't know who the fuck he's talking to because God's omniscient and omnipotent. God is with us. God is with us. Okay. Why did God abandon Anne Frank, you rotten bastard? Why did God have my grandpa get angry through post-traumatic stress disorder and backhand my grandma one too many times because she always told him Jesus could save him? Why did my mom have to be murdered by her cancer treatment to save money for stockholders? God is with us. Well, hey, and so I'm a bad person, so God was punishing me and let the devil do that stuff to me because I don't accept your money? I am the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer? I'm sorry, where were we again? What were we talking about again? Nah, I know who I am. Okay. Oh, the only people that don't believe who I am or have brain damage from intense abuse. So that's why I'm real easy on my family. Oh, I'm easy on them. Oh, yeah. Okay. You're harder on them than they are on anybody else. Yeah, but I'm easy on people. Oh, Jesus was lots harder on his family in the Bible. You damn hypocrites and heathens. Be better to rip your eye out of your socket. I don't get that intense with my family. I never, mm-mm. Jesus was more intense publicly with written documentation about his family. You dirty, rotten bastard. I don't do that right in their face. They can't handle it. They get too upset. And I can correct the technology so I don't have to. Jesus lived in a different time. It was hard for Jesus. He's such a sweetheart. He cares about people. He worries about their feelings. He doesn't want them. But when you care about people and you're concerned about their feelings and stuff in that way, he's like, I got to correct this person. They're like Lazarus, And Lazarus was one of Jesus' best friends. Yeah, everybody says that. Yeah. Just like you are, huh? How much money does it take to be one of Jesus' best friends, Oral Roberts? Go Eagles. They used to be called the Titans, I think. Yeah. And Fort Lewis College used to be called the Raiders. I don't know why they changed their name from Raiders to Skyhawks. I can't tell you. Raiders. Raiders. But yeah, they were the Raiders. I'm pretty certain that Fort Lewis College used to be called the Raiders. Before they changed it to Skyhawks. I like the Skyhawks. That was the name of my last high school's mascot thingy. So, so I think it's a nice name. I like the uniforms. I like the colors, so, yeah. But, I like sports. They're fun when they're healthy. When I'm done cleaning this fucktard psychotic hellhole up, sports are going to be so fun. You guys are going to be able to contain yourselves. It's not going to matter who wins or loses. Just basically, literally, how you play the game. And then when you get beat by a really good team, you won't be, I'm going to lose my job in my house and have to move and get a job. And, I'll have to go get the job at Eastern New Mexico or Permian Basin, right? Actually, that's a starter job. Those are starter jobs. They're either starter or retire jobs. You either go there to start your career or to retire. Okay. Because you can do well if you apply yourself. So you either go there to start your career so you can work your way uphill and coach at Texas Tech, or you go there to end your career so you can put a little nest egg together so maybe you could go live in Ruidoso. Girl. Yep. Or Alpine. Alpine's nice up in Arizona. It's pretty up there. Yeah. What was the name of the town next to Alpine? Where Dave and his wife wanted to go, and they probably never got to because of the bureaucracy through the cancer treatment that killed them both. It wasn't Holbrook. It was, gosh dang, I can't remember the other name of the little town. Maybe it was Alpine. I can't remember. It's up there. It's pretty, though. Yeah, they like it up there. Oh, I love it, too. Patrick used to love the drive through when we went to Tina's cabin up there. He loved the drive up through Whitewater. And was it Whitewater, I think? Yeah. Up there. He loved the Apache Indian Reservation. He just loved things Apache. He's just a Buffalo soldier, Must have had him an Apache wife or something when he was well, I would say he, but his relative that's like him in spirit must have, Geronimo was tough. Yeah. But he liked that area. Every time we'd go through those areas, he loved it. And then he'd tell me stories about the Buffalo Soldiers and the Apaches. He's 3 years old. I would just go, okay, that's interesting. And because they were historically accurate and spot dead on. And either they loaded it with Wi-Fi or, wow, that kid talked about battle tactics of the Chiricahua and the Buffalo Soldier having to deal with them. And he said, ooh, they were rough, he'd say. And I go, yeah, that sounds rough. All right, guys, I love you, all right? Peace out.